Hi, I'm Danielle Mechanic, and my first question is Chapter 4, Question 1. And it says, describe the distribution of multiple risk factors and using race, ethnicity, income, and health insurance coverage within the national population. How does this distribution vary between adults and children? Based on what you've learned so far, why does this distribution vary? So, multiple risk factors can include anything, especially related when you bring in age, income, race, ethnicity, and health insurance. There's a lot of risk factors that that make someone vulnerable within the national population. Okay, so in this distribution, adults are more likely to be uninsured than children. And this is just because many programs are out there that can help children, and there's not too many programs that are helping insuring adults. The Affordable Care Act is out now, but I mean, Medicaid and Chip, they're a big help to children. And among children, the proportion with risk factors is much higher than adults because children are more likely to be born minority. Just this is because people are having interracial relationships and immigrants. We have a lot of immigrants coming over, and the children are becoming minorities. And families that have lower income and lower education, less education, they tend to have more children than the people who are richer and have more education. So this makes the children be born into like a bad situation, I would call it, born into poverty, I guess. I'm not sure if this is because the mothers aren't insured, which is why they don't want to go and get birth control, or they just want a big family. I'm not sure. But more than one third of adults and nearly half of all children are at a risk to access to care, quality of care, and health outcomes just because of the insurance thing. Like most adults, they don't go to the doctor until something happens, versus the kids. Kids have a lot of access to care. Like they have nurses at school. If something happens to them, the nurse can see them at school. As far as dental, I know my daughter's school, like some dental people, the dentists, I'm not sure, it's like a bus, and it comes to the school and they can help clean your children's teeth. The children just have way more things available to them than adults do. And some risk factors include lack of transportation to get to the doctor. Maybe you don't have, the parent doesn't have health insurance for the child, or does have health insurance for the child, but if they can't make it to the doctor, then that does the child no good. So this is why the child becomes at risk. And also the ability to attend medical visits. Maybe the time that the medical visits are scheduled, the parent has to work and the child isn't able to get there. I'm not sure why children, I don't know. I'm not sure why children aren't able to get to medical care, but adults, the same thing happen to adults. Like they schedule an appointment and something comes up, or they're at work and they can't afford to take off from work and to go to their medical visit. So that's why they become vulnerable.